lot about some of the elements of communication you learned by being forced to, you refer to it as the maid. I don't put words in your mouth, but being the maid apparently meant building cables, building patch bases, those types of, that's an element of communication.
No, being the maid meant clean the toilet.
Okay, so you were doing.
Being assistant meant build the cables.
You said why you were okay. So during that time, you were learning how to do these things, which allowed you to begin to learn the language of the studio. Learning the musical language is a different language, and it's all about being able to effectively communicate. And how does that impact on your success or failure with an artist? And I'm asking this question because I think that there are students out there that maybe question, why do I have to learn these things, be they musical notes or technical things? And I'm a big proponent of knowing those things for just what you're talking about, for communication.
It's all communication there. I think if I stripped it down, the main thing that brought me any kind of success was the ability to communicate with an artist, with human beings, and be a diplomat in there, because it can go south really quick, and for one thing, you get blamed very quickly for it going south, especially if it's not going well. Artists are mercurial. You're all obviously artists, or you wouldn't be in this room right now. You don't want it. It's real easy to hurt someone's feelings in there too by very quickly saying you're singing flat, when I finally decided to write music, playing it for people is very difficult for me. I'm very shy. I don't want to be criticized. I don't want someone to go, that's a stupid line. So I would, again, watch producers as an assistant, be very gruff with artists, and think, wow, that probably actually made them feel like shit. So why would you want to do that in there? You want to enforce, even if they are flat to the track, they're completely flat to the track. And you can hear this not because you're a genius with pitch, but because when you get in headphones and in front of a microphone, you get confused pretty easily about what's really going on. Plus you feel kind of like an idiot because there's a bunch of people in the control room and they're all with pencils, and you're out there trying to sing, and then to walk in and have someone go, you're flat to the track, can snuff your buzz, you will not sing right for the rest of the night, and money is going into the meter every 5 seconds in increments of $500 to $1,000. And so the artist walks in and you might say, wow, verse 2 was fabulous. I love the way you're phrasing this line. I think we have a little pitch issue against the whole track. I'd like you to do one more. I'm going to turn the bass up, but you're singing great, even if it isn't true. Even if you think, wow, they're singing terrible tonight. They must be in a bad mood. They don't feel good. They're tired. Find something beautiful to say about what they just did, because until you put on a pair of headphones and sit out there and try to sing yourself and be that person, I admire artists. I'm artistic at what I do, but the heart of an artist who will get up and take the criticism as well as the accolades. Again, that's back to romanticizing what it must be like to be a star. I know a lot of stars. It doesn't seem to be that great. You take, we see the accolades, but they have to take the criticism too, and the criticisms are harsh. And when the axe falls, you go to the back of the line. You might be a pop star for 15 minutes, but then you're the has-been who's very quickly ridiculed. Communicate with whether you're going to be a politician or an actor or a recording person or a musician or a teacher. You have to be able to communicate with people. We all carry the same heart inside us. So studio sensitive, they're putting their art on the line. In your hands, you can liken it to them handing you their child's hand for a moment. Not the life of their child. It's not that dramatic, but as if they said, could you watch my kid for a little while? I got to step out of the room. Their music is so valuable, and my life goes on when the record's over. I go on to another record, but you've left the artist with what they have to live with for years, and so you better be able to communicate in there. If you come off as snotty, if you come off as quarrelsome or defensive or boring or annoying in any way, people won't hire you. So you want to be likable.
And I would say I would say that it is that distinction that makes you, the wonderful producer that you are. Okay?
He's seen me in action. He's seen me when I go south too.
Well, yeah. But I was paying the $500.
Right, George is like, we'll just put another. George, can we have $5 grand more, please?
But I think that there aren't a whole lot of engineers that I've worked with, at least, that get that drill, the psychologist drill,
Yeah.
right? And I think that is what makes a great producer, that ability to kind of suss up out of the room, and John, being a great producer, can speak to it, but and keep that energy. But that is, in my mind, I mean, and I don't want to harp on this differentiation between an engineer and a producer, because frankly, I don't think there is that much difference. But I think, you know, a great producer is able to do what you said, to be able to keep that momentum going, to be able to keep the artist, you know, to use the psychology. And I think that there's a lesson there. Just it's very